I'm just so in love. I'm just so in love with this baseball team right now. The Mets, again, win it as they beat the red hot Houston Astros rolling into town 7-2, which obviously series not done. You got to try and win the series here, but this team, they aren't just good at baseball. They aren't just mashing the baseball. It's not just that it's someone different every night. It's they're kicking teams' ass while having the time of their damn lives. I mean, that Jose Iglesias song stuck in my head all day long. Grimace, the effect there. The team meeting, Jorge Lopez. The vibes are just there, and this is something that I have been dying for, just from a baseball team in my damn life. Like, I sit and watch teams like the Philadelphia Phillies and how much fun they have year in and year out. The Houston Astros, who they face tonight. I watch that team year in and year out have the time of their damn lives. Meanwhile, here it's always been so serious. It's been depression. It's been low vibes. Wow, that's because of Buck Showalter, by the way. But the vibes right now are immaculate with this team, and I am absolutely here for it. Before we jump into the game recap, and I'm sorry for screaming my head off. I just can't help it right now. Before I jump into the recap, please be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you are a Mets fan, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. What was not fun was the first inning. I'll tell you that right now, because Jose Quintana, it's Carlos Carrasco-esque what he's been doing in first innings lately, and that's something that does need to change. And listen, I've been saying that every post game thus far, that the starting pitching definitely needs work and needs to improve. But thankfully, the offense is making up for this right now. I don't have to worry right now until the deadline comes. Obviously, though, they have to address it because you do need way better than this from your starting pitching. And eventually your lineup is going to cool off. As much as it's fun right now, and as much as they are mashing the damn baseball right now, it's going to cool off. It's just the nature of baseball, of the ebbs and flows. So all I know is that you're going to have to see improvements in your pitching. And, you know, a Jose Altuve home run in the leadoff spot, not necessarily ideal, but at least he was able to work out of the jam. And that's something that has been, strength of this pitching staff in general, is they get their way into trouble and get out. And again, it's not an ideal situation to be in, but it works. What also wasn't fun was the bottom of the first. You get the bases loaded with no outs, you get 2 walks, and then you get the single from JD Martinez, and you come up with a sacrifice fly from Alvarez. I mean, come on, that's just gross. Like, you got to drive in way more. You got to drive in some more runs there. But then you get to... there really wasn't much action really in the second inning, to be honest with you. I mean, you had the Harrison Bader, or not the Harrison Bader, you had the Jeff McNeil pickoff, which Jeff McNeil swung the bat well today. But the top of the third, you had that Jordan double, and then Pena would later on drive him in after getting Quintana got the 2 outs, because that's another thing the Mets just like to do every now and then. But you get to the bottom of the third, Mets don't really produce much offensively. They had a Nimmo walk. A clean 4th inning for Quintana, which was much needed because, unfortunately, which we'll get to it, but at the bottom of the 4th, Tyrone Taylor home run, and then you got the song playing, and I absolutely love it. And Tyrone Taylor swinging the bat too well, which I'll say this, speaking of deadline stuff, and I'll get more deadline content out to you guys at some point. I'm not 1,000% sold on the idea of Tyrone Taylor still being an everyday outfielder for this team. I'd like them to acquire one, but for right now, if he's going to turn it around and he's going to hit the bat like this, then I'm definitely for it. I mean, the guy is getting hits and he's getting on base a lot lately. Or at least through hits. I'd like to see the on base percentage go up and see him draw a couple walks, because I mean, he's got like 1 walk in the entire month of June here. So I'd like to see him draw a few more walks now and then, but still, regardless, if he's going to swing the bat well, that would be huge for his team. And then you get to the 5th inning. Unfortunately, Quintana couldn't get out of it, and then Ottavino had to come in. Thankfully, not a cardiac Ottavino affair. We thankfully got a clean bill of work to an extent. I mean, he hit a batter there, and then he threw a wild pitch, so it wasn't necessarily the prettiest, but it worked. It was good enough. And then the bottom of the fifth, the Mets go down in order, and then Nunez, this guy Nunez, I love Nunez. I'm sorry, I just do. Gives you 2 innings of work, no big deal. And I know he got into a bit of trouble in the 7th, but I love this guy Nunez. You can get Joe Espada get ejected. And I didn't even mention the bottom of the 6th where the Mets got their offense going. You get Pete Alonso, home run. Jeff McNeil, 2 batters on, home run. Jeff McNeil swinging the bat well. You know the vibes are up when Jeff McNeil is mashing home runs. And then the rest of the game, really not much that happened until the 8th inning when Francisco Lindor got an RBI double, and then that was your game. You get to Reed Garrett, and again, a little bit of trouble there, but the Mets shut the door for the most part. Diekman also got into some trouble, but you get the job done and you win the game. And all I could say is this team right now, I'm so in love with this baseball team right now. Like, this is all I've asked for. All I have asked for is a team that is not just fun to watch because they're good, but has the vibes around them too. And this team right now has every little thing, and I'm just here for it. Like, I'm enjoying this ride right now more than 2022. You could say that it's ludicrous to say that, but I don't care. I don't care. Like, this is what I've wanted. And you know what the difference is between this year and 2022? Team hits some freaking home runs. And you know what you need to do to win in this league? Because the past World Series have shown you it. You need to hit home runs. And the NL is so open that the Mets, they're getting hot right now. And let them keep cooking. Let them keep on cooking. But as for tomorrow, you got Sevy on the bump, I believe, right? It's got to be Severino. Work there. No, Tyler McGill. I got it wrong because the rotation's weird. Sorry. Yeah, Tyler McGill versus Valdez, which won't be easy. And I'm worried about McGill, especially because he had the bullpen tax that they'll probably call up a fresh arm. And then, of course, Severino on Sunday, which a Sevy day. I mean, come on. We love a Sevy day. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. And I'll see you in the next one.